Hello! Oh yeah, Hal's not here right now. It is I, Mal from Mal Productions. How's everybody doing? Hello DJ, hello everyone. I hope you're having a nice day. Oh, thank you for
Hey,
the
Mal.
Prime sub. What's up? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Today, it is finally time. It is finally time to work on the 2D model. Snap, I didn't know there was TTS now. I thought there was always TTS for subs. I thought that was always a thing. I don't remember. Now I'm questioning myself. Okay. Anyway, so I have much to do, and I have not started yet. Which means that it's gonna be in the ugly phase for a while. So let's see what we've got here. Let's start with the face. Or let's do like a really quick sketch of the body in general. Okay, we're gonna just like do quick sketch right here. Also, I was still here. That's a good point. I need to get rid of that. Okay, let's see. This is gonna look. Hate it. Hate that. Let me look here. This is quite. How the frick do I draw? Doesn't look right. We're gonna go with it being Kinda, sorta, I don't know. Hi Chimera, how you doing? I'm doing a quick sketch here. Of the model. How is everything going? Let's quickly do It's going very EPU. I'm also very EP, but I'm very excited to get the ball rolling on the model. Sorry it took so long for him to give details for it. Don't worry. I mean, like, it all kind of just happened in time. There was not really any rush for it. So, you know, it's all good. Fair, yeah, don't you worry. Hello, Benighted, how you doing? Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, I don't know how many of you have seen in our Discord, we like linked this cool little form here that you can, you know, see and it'll basically, so things are gonna be like kind of changing as like, already filled it out? Oh, thank you, I appreciate. But things are gonna be changing since me and Hal are gonna be going, you know, back to school and everything. Already filled it out too? Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. I got no suggestions, I'm mainly chill with stuff. I mean, yeah, but it's kind of nice to know like what people are like interested in watching and, you know, because we have like a bunch of other ideas for like possibly like art streams and stuff like that, and it's like kind of exciting stuff. Back to school again. Hello, Rose. How art thou? see. Maybe the only person who actually likes Grease 2. What is Grease 2? You're truly a special breed. The other thing I can think of suggesting is making a cardboard Mal for miscellaneous needs, and so Cardboard Hal doesn't get lonely. We could maybe do that, but I don't really want to get replaced. The sequel to Grease, the musical with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen Grease 2. I didn't like the original Grease to begin with, though, so maybe. Me neither. My ex loved it though. Yeah. Technically, Hal was in like a Grease the Musical production. It was really bad though. I'm pretty sure he's told the story before, but he was playing Frenchie and he was wearing this dress that was super uncomfortable while he was like sunburned super badly because freaking the director, like literally on opening night, the director was like late to the theater to open the doors to let everybody in, and so like Hal was just out here cooking in the sun with no sunscreen. It was bad. And then there was a freaking sequins dress that he had to wear and dance in, and so it was horrible. Sequel had Michelle Pfeiffer. The way that I like always misread Michelle as Michael is truly just sinful of me, honestly. Okay, so that's gonna be mostly okay. Okay. So there's a bit of a shape here. I think what I should probably do, I think I need to make I have a bit of an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think I need to fix the legs here. I don't think they look great. So let's see what works. This is not. What am I doing? Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. Okay. So next, I'm gonna try to draw the outfit. So we're gonna sketch it out. Okay. So let's take a look see here. Let's see.
Dumping implies the existence of a larger dumple.
That is true. What is a dumple? The world may never know. Oh my goodness, not you. Not in my Christian Minecraft stream. Okay, let's see. Remington Steed. You know, what's sad is that Hal said that he might be back before the stream started, and now he's like already over 20 minutes late. Dumplestiltskin. I should have known. Aha! I'm trying to like work out in my head how this piece of fabric is actually supposed to work. I know it makes, there's like a world where like this makes sense. It's like one piece of fabric wrapped around. I'm not sure. Speaking of which, the Minecraft movie is now available digitally, and I'm debating whether or not I should actually check it out, or if it's just a waste of time. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't vouch for it. From what it looks like, it seems like it's actually like kind of a fun watch, but it's not anything like to write home about either. It's just kind of good. Kind of good, kind of stupid, but like kind of fun. If it's bad, I at least want it to be funny, not boring bad or annoying bad. I mean, from the people like who have watched it and like what they've said, it seems like it's the funny kind of bad. And some people even think like it's a good movie because it doesn't take itself too seriously and allows itself to be like funny. Maybe I will then. I need some lightheartedness in my life right now, even if it's stupid. I love stupid lightheartedness personally, so. Kinda, sorta. Let's see. So then we need. Okay, so now it's time for us to think. Because we need to think about how we need to actually separate these things. So let's see. Let's get red. Okay. So let's think, because this will have the nose. Right, because this needs to be like that. So let's think about this. Okay, let's do so hard to think about this. I feel like the thing to do here, to have like this much of the snout, like that, and then like I'll have like a bit here, or like up to here maybe, and then we can use as we transform it, essentially the mouth. Essentially goes like that. I think that we can do this. I mean, and then we'll put the eyes. The eyes will be on a layer. The eyes will be on a layer that's like, you know, above here. But like when they need to be, the like bridge of the nose will like you know, do all those things. Out the AEIOU stuff. So let's do. Then there's gonna be oops, right. And then we're gonna have puffs in here are gonna be a different color, obviously. Be a different layer, I guess I should probably say. No, obviously, like, I feel like this isn't... basically, I don't know how else to like make it obvious, but like the orange bit, there's gonna be like a layer that you're not gonna be able to see, but it's gonna be the same color as like the mask, basically. And as the head turns, cover eyes. You know, it's gonna... Okay. And then the mouth. Okay. I think the mouth is gonna be weird. I might separate it from like left and right. Because it's not gonna be quite right like that. I don't know. I need to kind of think about it. Or this would be right and left. This is hard to explain. Kinda rough. So, okay. This will essentially be like the bridge of the nose. The eyes are gonna be above the snout, but underneath the bridge of the nose. And the snout is probably going to be two layers. Or two... It's gonna be divided into two sides, I think. Because I think that's gonna be what makes sense. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, for this, each face of the triangle is going to be one layer. Okay, anyway, so that's kind of that. We're gonna go ahead. Oh gosh, this is gonna be so annoying to do. We're gonna, okay. Okay, how do I want to separate this? 'Cause Okay, ugh, gosh, it's so hard to think these things through. Obviously, I think this, like, okay, let's do this thing here. Gonna be like that, and then there's gonna be a layer beneath it. Then I'm gonna make this color. Right, and then yeah, that's just gonna look like that, I think. And then obviously there's gonna be this, which gets to be on top of the green. So that's good. That's just gonna be in the back. It's fine. Okay, so then the shirt. Okay, dark green. That be kind of. keep in mind is that all of the little tufts of fur that I'm adding, they're all gonna be on separate layers. I think I am gonna put like this cape on like an actually like super separate layer so that I can like draw everything under it. Because I made a deal with myself that I'm not gonna draw like, you know, the back of the clothes, everything, like the body under the clothes. I'm not gonna go that far because there's simply no need to. But, you know, I do want to like make sure that everything moves correctly as well. So it's gonna be interesting. I think I am gonna draw the sleeves. I think I might actually draw all of this on one layer. The sleeves and the upper arm, they're gonna be on the same layer besides this little like tuft right here. Because I think that'll be easier to move. It'll take up less space on the texture atlas. And it'll just be better in general. Yeah, this is how this is meant to be. This is gonna be interesting though, because I do kind of want to have a back in this sense. What is the solution here? I definitely need like this much to be in front. Even more actually. I'm gonna I guess I could put like this strand, this singular strand over top, that might work. Now these strands I'm gonna have to do funky stuff with, I think. Oops. Okay, so it's all still fine and dandy. Let's okay. This. All of these details are probably going to be on separate layers, but for now we're just going to draw them on the same layer. Each face of this is going to be a separate layer, I think. But, you know, I'm just gonna separate it more generally for now. I suppose I'm probably separating it in groups rather than This is gonna be so weird. I don't know, I've never drawn models with like quite this much detail before. It's gonna be an odd experience. So let's send these two things. Okay, let us go. So here we have some beginning sketches. First, a simple sketch of the model, and then a sketch that is color-coded so you can hopefully get a sense for how it will be separated for rigging. Okay, okay, so where to start here? Okay, that's number one. Let's go sketch one, or sketch two. Sketch base, sketch outfit. Go sketches. Okay. Now. Let me take a look at the models and colors and everything. So let's try to think. So it's very blue and reddish tinted. I think if we go for line art, main line art color like this maybe. Okay. So maybe let us. Oh, Hal, you're back.
Not yet, sort of. I gotta move a bunch of stuff in here, so. Why does it smell weird in the hallway?
Hmm?
All weird in the hallway.
All to know, man. We've got... Okay, let's think here. I just finished the sketch.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Hey, let me see. Okay. Oh my God, those head turns look nice. Good.
I have this as well.
Okay.
Just
Oh, just like an easier to
For simplicity.
understand. Okay. Go back over. Hold on, let me look at it again. You're doing the tail as one layer? I guess that works.
Well, don't most people do the tail?
Yeah,
thing?
because of the skinning thing. I don't work with tails that often, so yeah. Is that the right shape though?
No, but I'm just having it there for like, again, simplicity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually draw it differently, I think.
Well, okay, then maybe draw it differently.
I will later, okay? The silhouette to look like this, though.
But the tail is circular. Like it's like a big. It looks like one big. Yeah.
This.
Okay. So wait, how would you draw it differently though?
I'm gonna draw it so that it's like, you know, going
Oh,
down,
behind.
straight down instead of like curving like this.
Right. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Cool. What? Read the end.
No, I'm not done. I've only been drawing for an hour and a half.
Oh, but you said you were done with the sketch.
I'm done with the sketch, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna like not move on.
Well, you gotta get it approved.
Yeah, but like, I don't feel like waiting.
Well, that's part of it.
But I want to move on.
I mean, but I don't want. I guess my thing is like I don't want you to do a bunch of work that like ends up being like, oh, actually, can you change this? You know?
And like, I'm gonna like focus on like the head for now, you know.
Hey, I just okay. I just you usually wanna wait, but you know, for approval.
Yeah, but I don't have time. Okay.
You do have time. You just.
What am I supposed to do for the rest of the stream?
I mean, I totally left. Okay, hold on. Let me put it down. Now let me get all set up. Da-da.
To do this. It's so hard to think about. And we go snout.
Okay. Okay. Ugh. Blah, blah, blah. I am here.
Hello.
That does seem to be like a very, I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. The model.
You don't think?
No. I don't know, the way you drew it looks very, like, thought out, I guess. Like,
I don't know about that.
yeah.
Hey, what?
He's focusing on the smell in the hallway. It smells like milk. Expired milk. But I don't know. Anyways, I am now officially done with the semester. I technically wasn't done when I said I was done because I had a quote-unquote exam. It's not an exam. For studio, I'm also invisible, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Voila! Okay, so for like studio classes, our like quote-unquote exam is done a week before exam week, which is our project, and then for exam week we have studio cleanup. So I was doing studio cleanup, and then I was also like making sure I got all the rest of my little bits and bobs from home to this home.
Just gonna get a placeholder mouth right now.
So, do you know how the head is separated?
Kinda. I mean, that's why I like did these.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to have those fully separated?
Hmm?
The side profiles fully separated?
No.
Okay. But they're just guides for me.
Well, they're also They were also guides for me.
Right.
Figure out how I want to do it. I also think that like I might make the mouth separated by left and right, so that you can like, you know, warp it accordingly.
What do you mean?
Because I mean,
Oh,
like,
because it's very shapey?
it's gonna get
Or...
when the head turns this way, it's gonna get thinner over here, and then longer over here.
Oh! Okay. Sure. That could work.
So I just figured.
Yes,
yeah.
that would be helpful. There's also this new tool that I think is called mirror warping, which means that I can warp it to be the exact same on either side. I think. I don't know. I haven't messed with like a lot of the new Live 2D update stuff. Like, I fear I'm out of practice, but I don't think I actually am.
I just want it to be this. Okay. The eyes are gonna be above this now, layered, because of the mask. It just makes it look better, I would think. But they're gonna be below the like bridge of the nose,
Right.
you know?
But it's not going to have line art?
No. Well,
Okay.
it's gonna be like filled in, basically, which is why I gave it line art.
Right, but not like here. Like this line isn't going to be visible.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, just wanted to double check.
Because basically, I feel like with how dark the mask is and all of the concept art that we got, I figured it's supposed to be the same color as the line art.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I forgot the mask was black. My bad.
Go. So this is gonna be nose bridge, I guess.
So I've been having really like weird allergy things recently. Also, Thermodynamics should be yellow now, not red.
Oh yeah. Just true.
Epic. But I've been having like weird allergy things recently, and like for a brief moment I was like, I don't think I'm allergic to cats anymore. I'm definitely still allergic to cats, unfortunately. Right? But something else is I've been, I think, more allergic to plants. I think some of my allergies have gotten worse instead of going away, which is what I was kind of like hoping for. My allergies have definitely been getting worse. Now, I have, I'm trying to think of... I've always had pretty bad allergies, you know? Not like the worst allergies in the world. I definitely feel like I'm like kind of like complaining about things that I really like have no room to complain about when it comes to allergies, because like my allergies, they're bad. But like I've seen people who like, you know, need to carry around an EpiPen and stuff like that. I've never been in that situation. My allergies have pretty much just like made it difficult to breathe, but not like difficult enough to the point that like I need to go to a hospital or anything like that, right? I think maybe it was at that point when I was like itty bitty little, but I think that was a more asthma thing than an allergy thing. I think they were correlated, but not like, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like my asthma might be coming back. Like I don't know. I felt not. Breathing hasn't been the easiest thing more recently, which kind of sucks. You've never had problems with breathing, have you? Not like in the asthma sense? Whoa! Hello, Muffin Train. Hello, Raiders. I'm Hal.
I'm Mal.
And we are
Hal
Mal
Productions.
Productions. How was The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing? Why is that name familiar? Is that a real person? That feels like a real person name that I like recognize. Van Helsing. I don't know. But how are you doing, Muffin Train? How was stream? You've gone a 5-minute doodle before, right?
I think so.
I think you have. Vampire Hunter, right? That sounds familiar. It does sound like a vampire hunter. I think you're right, Bean. I think so. Is that like a very common vampire hunter name? Or is it like the vampire hunter? Was it a real vampire hunter? Because some people believe vampires actually existed. Maybe they do exist. Maybe I'm a vampire. I don't know. I believe in some supernatural magic things, right? Like, I believe in ghosts. That's something I like 100% believe in. Right? It was the real person. He was huge, jacked man. Really? I mean, if you're hunting vampires, I guess you gotta like have some sort of like strength to sort of back up like, you know, the reason for you fighting vampires. Right? We're working on a VTuber round right now. This is actually our final giveaway thing from our charity stream that happened in March, right? Pretty much everything is done. No, everything is done, minus this. And you're already making really good progress. But yeah. They did exist and still exist. Herbivores are a thing. Like, I guess people that eat blood. I think, isn't that like, okay, wait, this is like maybe like really niche or like just something that maybe only existed in my brain. But I know that like, I remember watching like this video about like these people that like claimed to be vampires. They were like all teenagers. I think there were people that also claimed to be wolves, like werewolves. And like that, it was basically like a club at school and stuff like that. And like, huge jacked man is a pun. There's a movie called Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. Ah! Okay. Okay. Well, Hugh Jackman is a pretty, like, jacked man, so. But he's not really Van Helsing. He's an actor. But yeah, they would, like, you know, eat blood and, like, other things. They'd wear a lot of black, stay away from the sun. I remember wanting to be like that when, like, I would watch those videos and I'd be like, oh, that's so cool. But I also, when I was a kid, I more wanted to be like a mermaid, you know? Like, I would watch those YouTube videos about like, oh yeah, here's a potion to turn yourself into a mermaid. And I'd try it and it'd never work and I would be very sad. So I was more of like a mermaid than like vampire person. But I also thought vampires were cool. But I do believe in ghosts. I do think ghosts are real. Do any of you guys like believe in like any sort of supernatural things. My reasoning for believing in ghosts, by the way, is like, I think there are some things that are just unexplainable or like super like coinky-dink. I believe that like when people like, you know, die, they like get to exist as a ghost for however long they want until they're just like, okay, I'm ready to like move on, and then they get reincarnated and forget it all. That's my personal belief, right? And you can like cause like flickering of lights, you know, all the classic ghost things. I don't necessarily think ghosts are evil. In fact, I think ghosts are just chilling, you know? They like, you know, have their popcorn, eat their food, and like, you know, watch humans just do silly stuff without like it ever generally affecting them because, you know, they're dead. I don't know. Sounds pretty chill to me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, do you believe in ghosts and stuff? I don't really know.
I don't know.
Just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion.
But is the game like... I'm guessing the game is like a vampire hunting game. It sounds cool, whatever it is. Yeah, thank you again for the raid. If you have to raid and run, do whatever you need to do. Go ahead, you're not forced to be here. But we do appreciate all of you who decide to stick around. Yeah. I should definitely have my Vtuber model, but I'm too lazy to get it up and working. There's a bunch of like little things that I need to work on again. Ugh. Something else that I've kind of like been wanting to... I've been trying to, well, sort of, like work out, you know? Because in my mind, I don't know, I think the time where I was like the most like fit was like, I don't know, when I was like 10. Because I would work out a lot. I did gymnastics and stuff like that. And I kind of miss, you know, being very strong and stuff like that, right? I definitely still like retain a lot of like my gymnastic skills, but it's not the same, you know?
Mhm.
What is this mask sort of reminding me of? You know? I feel like there's some... There's like... It kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern, but like there's something specific that's like... has a face like this. Can't put my finger on it. You know?
Mhm.
I do love a bright yellow like that though.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, right?
But you've been knowing that. Oh, okay. This is like super random. But like, if you were a food, any real food, what would you be? What would I be if I was a real food? Well, like, okay. Am I a food that wants to be eaten? Or like, am I trying to avoid being eaten? Or is it just like, what kind of like food gives off my energy? You know? Because if it's like a food that gives off my energy, I'd say like a marshmallow that's sort of like Peeps, but like in the shape of like a star, you know? Right? If I'm trying to avoid being eaten, I don't know, I'd probably pick like a generic like disliked food, you know?
Mhm.
Like what's the food that not many people like? Because I can say foods I don't like, but like I feel like my opinions on food are unpopular. You know? Let's say it's a multiverse where everyone is a type of food. Okay, then I would be like a peep. You know? I think. Right? But like a star-shaped peep. Not like a chick-shaped peep, you know?
I'm gonna put,
I'm tempted to say that you'd be like a strawberry. You know? Because of your hair and because of your Celeste addiction. And also, I don't know, strawberries are kind of cool. They're like sweet, but like, you know. Right? You give strawberry vibes to me. Would you agree? Or do you have like your own opinion on your own food?
I don't have very many opinions on my foods.
Wow. What would you be in the food multiverse?
Oh my gosh.
Inky. Like actually everyone. What would all of you be if you were in the food multiverse? And you had a say in what food you'd be, I guess. What would you be? My other, like, I think my second option, if I were, like, reincarnated again into the foodverse, I'd probably be, like, those, like, rainbow sour airheads. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be one of those. I don't know why. It's just, like, I think that it's just me. I don't really have much reasoning besides, like, yeah, that's just who I am. Some sort of candy, I think. I'm definitely thinking on the sweet side for, like, myself personally. You know? It didn't even occur to me that I could be something not sweet. Probably because, like, I don't think I could be something not sweet, you know? Like, if I had to be something not sweet, I'd probably be, like, chicken noodle star soup. I don't know. But, like, that doesn't feel right. Like, I get it, but, like, maybe I'd be a singular noodle. A singular star noodle in a chicken noodle star soup. You know?
Gosh.
But that would only be in the chicken noodle star soup AU.
I am confused about what we're even talking
Sweet
about.
tarts or Sour Patch? Something that can be multiple things. Okay. I could see that.
I think. I got the fur. What color do I want the fur to be? This maybe?
Are you just sticking with strawberry? You don't have like multiple food options like I do? You're only living in the foodverse once.
No, I don't have very strong opinions on what foods I'd be.
Crazy. I have nothing but opinions. I didn't even realize I'd have opinions on this.
Good, so for the line art color. This?
You did the shape before the line art?
Well, I'm doing it like this just so that I can figure out what I want the stuff to be, like the colors.
So you're doing color.
I'm just figuring.
Oh, you're just. Oh, okay. That's one way to do it. You can always change the colors though. Like after you do it.
Yeah, I know, but I wanna just
Get it right on the first try.
I like planning.
Okay. Whoa! Who are you and what have you done with Mal? You do not like planning. Need I remind you every single time that we're in a Celeste level and I'm like, okay, look in the binoculars and plan it out, and you go, no!
I don't think I will.
Yeah, okay, see, so you're where you don't plan. With art, it's different.
It is different.
Would you say that, like, video gaming and art use, like, completely different parts of your brain?
Maybe.
Like, do you feel like you're thinking in a different way when you're doing art versus when you're doing, like, gaming?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't think I think the same way, unless it's like...
Like, okay. I think I'm asking my question badly. Like, sometimes when I'm, like... Depending on, like, what type of art I'm doing, or, like... Yeah. Like, I'd say, like, when I'm doing, like, VTuber model, like, rigging, versus, like, doing ceramics, I'm not the same person. You know? Right? It's, like, a completely different, like... human doing this. But, like, my editing and VTuber model rigging, that's the same person. You know?
Oh shoot, I forgot to frame.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, do you think you just, like, you kind of, like, approach everything the same way, no matter, like, what it is? Or, like, do you find yourself doing different approaches depending on the circumstance and, like, blah, blah, blah?
I feel like... Sure. My brain works in mysterious ways that not even I really understand.
You just don't think.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I don't like thinking. I don't like having thoughts.
That's why you don't plan.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get Vtuber to make a cardboard Howmal AI to stream when you're busy with school. Then we can have neuro collabs. I mean, we could collab with like neuro collabs with non-AI people all the time.
Yeah.
But not us specifically. I think that wouldn't happen. But how are you doing, Rose? We are going back to school. That reminds me. Exclamation point form.
I did, yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh, I've already filled it out."
Oh. You all are on top of it. How dare you? We appreciate it. We'll probably look at the forms and like do stuff in June, beginning June. So you guys are all like way on top of it. Cause yeah, we are both going to go back to school. And last time we were both in school, we didn't stream.
Yeah, we kind of want to avoid that situation.
I mean, it might be unavoidable. We'll see. We would like to keep streaming. But we'll see how it works. I'm working. I may be getting assistant manager position. Hey, nice, nice. Get that money. I'm also working, not now, but like this summer I'm gonna be working. But I'm still an apprentice. Bummer. It's not actually a bummer. I like my summer job. Thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
You
whenever
twirl.
I think, I twirl my pencil.
Yeah, that's cool. That's impressive. Look at you go. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's like a windmill.
I feel like I could be better at it, but
Yeah,
you
you
know.
could.
Wow.
I mean, it's more impressive than anything I can do. But I've seen like
I've seen people who are able to do it so quickly.
Yes,
I
it's
don't
crazy.
understand how they do it.
they do it in like 3 movements. They do it in like they say like drop, flip, drop, flip, like basically. I don't know. You have to watch a video.
I twirl it between all my fingers.
Yeah, Mal does it like
It's like
across your
my real life buffering screen, you know?
There's some things that I still want to add to our models, little like I think it'd be cool. I don't know how I'd do it, but like if I could, giving you like your idle animation that's like
Yeah.
twirling a pencil.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. I sell car parts, so I have to deal with people that don't know what they're calling for, but want to second guess me when I tell them what they're looking for. That sounds pretty accurate. Yeah. That's always annoying. It's like, well, this is my job, so maybe I know better than you. But I think some people are probably used to getting, like, scammed when it comes to, like, car stuff, like mechanic stuff.
I want to make Wait, hold on. I messed up a little bit here, because I wanted to make this on a separate layer, and I didn't do that.
You could still do that.
I know. But I'm just saying.
You're just letting me know that you messed up.
Yeah, I'm just...
You could have pretended.
No, well, the thing is, I don't think I can pretend, because I'm gonna redo it.
Hi DJ, how are you? Hope all is good. All is well. My stomach randomly started hurting really bad. My stomach does that sometimes. It's evil. You're okay?
I do
Good
this.
to hear. We're doing VTuber model. I'm so excited. I haven't rigged in a minute. I'm also kind of nervous. I'm like, what if I forget? That every single time I go to rig something, I'm like, what if I forget? What if I forget what I'm doing and how to do it? Is that kart surfing from Club Penguin I hear? Most likely.
Probably.
We do have Club Penguin music on here. I'm also probably going to change the way the song command works, as in I think I'm gonna get rid of it and just have the songs always be there at the bottom. Because I like it like that, personally. I don't know. There's a lot of little thingies I need to do and I want to do. After I move, if I get the promotion, I may be able to afford a proper model next year. Ooh. You already have a VTuber model though, don't you? Are you talking about getting like maybe a live 2D model? Or like, just like an upgrade? I have a Vroid, so, it's work, what I have not made for me. Okay. I work with what you have. You want like a custom. Yeah, those can get pretty pricey.
Especially for 3D.
Yeah.
I feel like the Vroid model is like, you know, the most affordable option, and then the live 2D model is the next most affordable option, and then a custom 3D, that's the worst.
That's the most expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vroid is a free model builder. Yeah, I've seen I've messed with Vroid a little bit before. I'm not great with it. I know some people that like they're able to make like really like nice models using Vroid. But 3D is just not my...
I do not like working with 3D. It's so hard.
I want to get good at working with 3D, eventually. That's definitely a down the line sort of deal, you know? Because I do like 3D models. I think there's a lot more you can do with a 3D model than a 2D model. Like hand tracking and stuff, which I know our models have hand tracking. I worked my butt off on it, and it just doesn't look that great because there's not as much range with a 2D model as there's with a 3D model. It's admittedly kind of gimmicky, but I did it to prove I can, and I did, and I could. I'm never doing it again. Never again. It's just not worth it, like time-wise.
Yeah. It really is not.
I don't have the ability to customize my Vroid. I would still have to pay for mods. Oh, is that how people get all that like custom? I didn't realize they were modding Vroid. That makes sense though. Yeah, I someday. Mod just means modification. Oh. Well, I guess I kind of thought that it was like a plugin or something. That's the word I was looking for, plugin. That they're like plugins that maybe make customization a little bit easier. See, this just proves I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to 3D. Cause all I know how to make are 2D models. Someday I'll learn. Not now, but someday. Oops. In general, mod is short for modification. I don't have the skills to make skins an asset. Ah. Yeah, some things are similar between 2D and 3D models, like making a texture atlas and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. My brain just can't wrap around it yet. I'll figure it out someday. But I just don't really have much reason to figure it out right now. But someday, in the future, when I have reason to, I'll figure it out. You know a little bit of 3D stuff. You just didn't like it.
Yeah, I did not. I hated it. It was awful.
It's just not the way your brain works.
Yeah.
The thing is, I do a lot of 3D, like, you know, with like clay and stuff like that. But I guess 3D modeling with computers, it's not like clay at all. It's very much not. It's more like putting a bunch of like cubes and stuff together and then figuring it out. Like planes, you know? It's far more geometric. I can take a flat color texture in paint.net and make it a different flat color texture. Ah, the paint bucket tool.
Tuition.
I don't know, what did you do? Oh, I started watching yesterday. Oh, I don't remember the name of it, but the new Star Wars show.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yes. Well, I don't remember what it's called. I've only watched like 2 episodes, so you know. Yes, Andor. There we go. I was like, it starts with an A. Yes, I've started watching Andor. I'm not that far. I'm only 2 episodes in. I have heard it's really good. My dad's making me watch it because he's already watched it. And he was like, you need to watch this show. So I'm watching it. Kind of hard to follow in my opinion. It does keep like switching between like past and then present. And like the past is in a language that like it's a made up language. So
Wow.
you don't really know what's being said. But you can kind of infer what's being said by like their actions and their faces. It's actually insane. Trying to like act with a language that like is entirely like made up is already very difficult, right? But all the people that are like doing those scenes, they're like children. It's insane. I've never seen like that. Like how? It's so talented. It's insane. The characters seem pretty interesting so far. We'll see where it goes. But I already can tell it's a sibling story. I love sibling stories. So I'm excited to see where it goes. You know? I'm a big fan of sibling stories. I'll keep everyone updated as I like continue and like say if it's like really good. So far, I've only watched 2 episodes. It's okay. Nothing really has happened too much. I think the characters are really like distinct though, you know? They've all got like the way they act and they're very like extra about it. And I like that. It gets better as it goes on. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not much has happened yet. Wait until you get to season 2, episode 8. Ooh boy. I can make blue into red, but I figured out how to make shading with alpha colors. Hey, that's something. I have a feeling I will like it. Like I said, I can already tell it's a sibling story, and that's just like, I love sibling stories. But also, like, to be honest, I do not remember much from like the original Star Wars movies. I watched it when I was like really young, and like I remember bits and pieces, but like plot-wise, I couldn't super tell you what happens in Star Wars. But Dad was like, you don't need to remember what happens in Star Wars in order to enjoy this show. So, you know. Yeah, honestly, you don't have to watch the original trilogy to understand Andor. See? So I think I'm good. Just don't watch Star Wars Rogue One. I did watch Rogue One. I liked Rogue One, I think. I don't remember it. This is part of the problem. A lot of the Star Wars movies are like in one ear and out the other for me, which is like sad. But like a lot of the newer Star Wars movies with Kylo Ren and see, I don't remember the names. They like, I remember watching them, but they like reference the older movies a lot, and I couldn't remember the older movies, so I was just kind of like, Andor is a sequel to Rogue One? Yeah, I don't remember Rogue One. Oh, prequel. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember any of the... I don't know. I do not remember. So we will see. An interquel? Yeah, it takes place between episode 3 and the original Star Wars, which is episode 4. Oh, maybe I never watched Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was one of the... I don't remember. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Because I'm watching Andor now. And no, I'm probably not going to watch the other Star Wars movies. Because I already watched them, and I don't really remember them super well. I'm sure some of them will come back to me, you know? But yeah. Watch Rogue One after Andor ends? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not, honestly. I don't know. We'll see. I like shows more than movies is the thing. Like movies, I don't know why. I find it really difficult to sit down and watch like a 2-hour movie. But a show, I can watch like for days. I don't know. We'll see how I like Andor if I like decide to watch like a movie. But please try to avoid spoilers. As I said, I haven't really watched Andor much yet. We shall see. Mal's not watching it because you don't like you. I can't get you to watch anything.
Yeah, I don't like movies. I don't like Star Wars. If it's action, I can't.
I mean, so far there hasn't been a lot of action. It's just been kind of like, I don't know. This is what we do. I'll watch a movie or a show or something, and I'll like literally spoil the whole thing for Mal, and then it's like they watch it, and they'll do the same thing for me. With stuff that I refuse to watch because I just don't feel like putting in the time and effort. Because it's hard. I don't know. Like, I think like what makes it so hard to like watch a thing is like not only are you watching the thing, but usually you're also signing up for like the like year-long obsession. At least that's how it is for me most of the time. And if I don't get a year-long obsession, is it even worth it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just how my brain works, though. But also, I was thinking about this recently. This is like a slight change in topic, but still kind of in the topic. Video games. I like haven't played a lot of video games in a while. But like there's some games that like you and me like will go back to over and over and over again. For you right now, it's like Celeste, right? But like admittedly, Celeste doesn't have like anything that's necessarily telling you to keep playing it. You just keep playing it because you like it and it's addicting, right? But I don't think there's anything in Celeste that necessarily makes it addicting. It has like a beginning and end and that's it. Star Wars is a lifelong obsession. So basically a religion to some. Oh no, I know that there's a lot of people that are really obsessed with Star Wars. I never really was one of those people. My like space show that I was obsessed with was Firefly. And it only has like 13 episodes and a movie called Serenity. Because it was canceled early. But that's mine. That's my space movie. Some people are like, I like Star Trek, I like Star Wars. I'm like, Firefly. But, there's some games that, like, try to make you, like, come back all the time by, like, doing daily quests or, like, having, like, battle passes or stuff like that. And there's some games that I really like that have all that stuff, but I end up dropping them because they have all that stuff. Because it becomes, like, a chore, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not the only person that feels that way. I think that a lot of people have been dropping games with, like, battle passes and stuff like that because it's just... it's too much, you know? Even when you can play the game without having to like spend money for like all the like things, it's still like just too much. It's draining. It's not fun, you know? But games like Celeste, Castle Crashers, stuff like that, I come back to it because I love it and it's so fun and I could play it a million times over and I'd never be bored, you know? Hot take, probably not, but hot-ish take, not really. I think if you like feel the need to put like dailies or anything else like that in your game in order for people to come back properly, your game maybe isn't that fun. It's not fun enough for people to come back to it on their own, and you kind of know that, right?
So real.
And like, there's some games that I do really like. It's just like, because of their dailies, I can't, you know? This is, very off topic. But, when I was, like, going back to school, my dad was driving me, and he listens to, like, this podcast. I think it's called The Verge or something. That's not it. Maybe it is. It's a tech podcast, right? Which I don't really listen to, but my dad does, so I kind of overhear it from him a lot. I have over 1,600 games, 99% physical, and from, oh my god, I can't breathe. NES to PS5, I am definitely not a Fortnite Battle Pass game type, yeah. But, this tech podcast that I was listening to, the episode, they were, like, specifically talking about, like, they had this, speaker, that was infested with ants. I can't remember the specific speaker that they had, but it was, like, a weirdly, like, common-ish problem. Like, not common, not everyone was getting ants in their speaker, but, like, people that, you know, had the speaker were finding ant colonies, like, making their way into their speakers, like, more often than you would expect, I guess. Like, there are forums about this, right? And apparently this is, like, you know, a thing, right? There's, like, a specific type of ant. It's, like, a house ant, basically. That, like, they don't build a nest, they find a nest, right? And they, like, migrate all the time. And most of the time, like, that nest is, like, in between your walls, or very commonly, inside of electronics. And no one knows really the specific reason why, but they believe it has something to do with, like, them being attracted to electromagnetic fields, or, like, if the ants get shocked that they produce a lot of pheromones that attract other ants or something. Or maybe just because electronics are kind of warmish, so they like being attracted to it for that reason. Whatever the reason may be, it now has me very paranoid that there are just bugs living inside of all of my electronics, right?
Oh gosh.
And it's like a really like strange fear. This guy who like had the ants in his speaker, he's had this problem where it's like, since like he's found the ants in his speaker, he's like concerned there's ants everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I sometimes get that, right? Where I'm going to with this is like, are there any weirdly specific, like, concern, fear things that like you get about like, I know yours. It's ceiling fans.
Yes, but I had a fear of ceiling fans before this happened, but it got validated because my ceiling fan fell from my ceiling in the middle of the night.
And sparked, it was so scary. I have to have pest control because carpenter ants keep nesting in my fiber optics box. So this is a thing. Ants just like electronics. That's so weird. Why? Why do ants like electronics? I'm also scared of ceiling fans because of that. I'm also scared of, like, again, just bugs in general, like living in places that they're not supposed to, like, live, right? Every single time I see an airplane or like a helicopter, I'm like so concerned that it's gonna just fall right out of the sky on top of me. Has that ever happened? No, but it's like a genuine like silly fear of mine, right? I was scared of that too when I stayed over at my best friend's parents' cottage. I slept in the spare bedroom with a ceiling fan that was kind of rickety, yeah. But like the way that like we're concerned about ceiling fans isn't like in a very reasonable way. At least, well, this is how it is for me. I think that the ceiling fan is going to like come off like a chainsaw and like cut my head off. You know? My reason for being scared of ceiling fans is separate from Mal's. I had there's one time when I was really little. I was like on a vacation with like a lot of extended family, and I think this was like the only time I've ever seen this extended family in my life, right? There was like a bunk bed, and I was gonna be on the top bunk because I was the oldest, and to get onto this top bunk, like the feeling, the ceiling fan in the top bunk, like if the ceiling fan was on, or even if it wasn't on, you would hit your head on the ceiling fan. It was like so close. It was terrifying. So there was like a point where like I had to go, to bed. I turned off the fan, but it was like still spinning and like slowing down. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go into bed until like it stops, right? My great uncle comes in and is like, why aren't you going into bed? And I was like, cause the ceiling fan is still spinning. And he's like, oh, you're just scared of the ceiling fan? I'm like, yeah, like what if it cuts my head off? And he was like, it's not gonna do that. Here, look, I'll stop it for you. He like reaches his hand up and like stops with his bare hand, and then he goes, ah! He like screams, and I'm like, what? And he like, he like looks at me, and he has like one of his fingers like bent, so it looks like it's like halfway missing, and then like he has his other like finger, he's doing like the like taking the finger off trick. But I think weirdly he just so happened to have a Hot Pocket like sauce on him, so he made it look like his finger was bleeding everywhere, and like he was like, oh my god, what have you done? You were right. Oh my god. Dude, he like revealed very quickly that it wasn't real. I'm still convinced that like a ceiling fan with enough force could like amputate me. I don't know. It's scary. Ants are somewhat mind controlled by the queen. A full-on drone, so maybe the electric waves, but also heat, roach like electronics, cause heat in small spaces. Unless the fan is metal with no edges, no cutting, but definitely blunt trauma and possible broken bones. Really? He created a lifetime of trauma for Hal. He did! And I've like never seen him again. It's like, I don't know. And every single time I tell this story to my dad, he's like, I don't remember that happening, but also, that's really funny. And it scared me for so long. I'm still scared. Like, every single time I, like, you know, I'm, like, near a ceiling fan, that memory pops into my brain, like, PTSD. Like, genuinely. It's so, like, I don't know why. It's just the way it is. Just be like that. One of the ears are red, by the way.
I know.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Something else, that was a bad trip for me, because something else that happened, it was the first and only time that I've been stung by a jellyfish. Right? And I think it's part of my fear of oceans. I think I got a lot of fears from that trip. You know? I came out of that trip a more fearful and scared individual. You didn't get stung by a jellyfish.
Yeah, I have not.
Do you remember that time?
I do remember.
You were really little.
Yeah, but my only memory from that trip was you getting stung.
It sucked. I remember. It was like, it was a weird sensation, because it felt like, the best way I can describe it is it felt like something warm, like a hot blanket, just sort of like passes through you for a second. And for a second, it's a little bit pleasant, you know? You're like, oh, what was that? And then all of a sudden, you're in excruciating pain. And you don't know, because you don't have any markings on you or anything. It's just like, you go from like, oh, what was that? To, oh my god, what was that? It's wild.
Okay.
Oh my lord. Ugh. Still like can't breathe properly. Oh wow, Automod got you. You'll allow it. It's kind of how it felt when I accidentally stuck my fingers in a lamp bulb socket while it was on. Oh my god. Oh, that's another weird fear of mine. I'm sorry. That reminded me of my other weird fear. Every single time I go to plug something into an electrical socket, I'm terrified I'm gonna get electrocuted like in The Sims. Like specifically like in The Sims, where like they go like bzz, 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 and like, you know, that's like, you know, it's like all like you can see their skeleton and stuff. That's exactly how I imagine getting electrocuted looks, you know? I don't know. I don't really have a reason for that one, besides like sometimes when I go to like plug in a socket, you can see like a spark for a second and it's like, whoa. You know, does that ever happen to you?
I can't say it does.
Really? That's never happened to you?
Sorry, what are you asking?
When you plug in something into a like electrical socket, you never like see a slight spark when you plug it in?
Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh wow, so you just lied to me.
Yeah.
A rolling vibration that quickly gets hotter and hotter. I'm scared of that too. After the one time I plugged in an extension cord with rusty prongs, the outlet exploded with sparks. Oh my god. Yeah, that is pretty scary. The one time in my life that I remember like someone in my life almost getting like electrocuted was, it was you and mom. Okay? She was like blow drying your hair with like the world's oldest hair dryer. And this hair dryer straight up like exploded in her hand. Do you remember this?
No.
You were the one getting your hair blow dried.
How old was I?
It wasn't. You were like, I think it was for like a gymnastics competition.
No way, I would have remembered that.
No, I swear. I swear
You must have
to you.
had a bad dream.
No, I did not. You're not going to gaslight me like this.
Just saying.
Our house at the time was small and pretty old, so it luckily it didn't catch fire. Oh god. Yeah. That is a good thing. But like it just started smoking and she was like, And mom just like went, oh, and just unplugged it and went, we're getting a new hair dryer.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Like,
that.
she was surprisingly chill, and I was just standing there. And I, like, the way my parents' bathroom was like, you were, like, you know, sitting on, like, the bench by the 2 sinks. And then I was, like, just, for some reason, sitting in the empty bathtub for just no reason. When that happened, I was like, I used the bathtub as, like a duck and cover.
Really?
I do always wonder, like, this is another, like, really random one. So, like, whenever I see, like, sparks from anything, like, so, for example, like, a fire pit and, like, those little, like, bits of, like, ash that, like, are sort of red and then they, like, fade off. Like, you know what I'm talking about? What are those things? I guess those are sparks, right? Those crackly, like, little, like,
Oh, yeah.
heat
sure.
bits. I'm always scared that one of those things is going to touch something. Embers, yeah. One of those things is going to touch something and is immediately going to erupt in a wildfire. That's, like, one of my weird fears. But that also goes for, like, sparks. Like, for example, a couple days ago, we were doing, like, strike for, like, you know, the play. And our set was, like, a lot of, like, metal parts. So instead of, like, you know, taking, like, nails off of wood and stuff like that, it was carrying these giant pipes and taking them over and like cutting them. And when you're cutting something metal, it creates a lot of sparks. And I was so certain that if one of these sparks like hit a piece of wood, it would immediately catch the whole place on fire. That's not what happened. That's not going to happen. But that was my immediate thought. I think I'm a very anxious person.
I mean, that's not news.
Wow. I also, like, I get kind of, like, freaked out with, like, gas stoves. Because, like, I'm scared of, like, I feel like that's such, like, an easy way to cause an explosion. You know?
Sure.
Someone, like, accidentally, like, leaving the gas on. And then when you're like, oh, time to start cooking, doop-a-doop-a-doo, boom. Right?
Sure.
Just a thought of mine. Just a little look into my brain. I also will get, like, really freaked out about, like, expired food. Not, like, actually expired food, but, like, if something, like, is a week away from expiring, I'm like, oh my god, it's basically expired already. I do this a lot, where I will, like, do these weird, like, time jumps in my brain where it's like, oh, I basically got 2 hours, but 2 hours is, like, sort of, like, actually 10 minutes, so I'm basically late and I need to leave now. Like, you know what I mean? So I think I sometimes do the same logic with, like, expiration dates. You know?
Mhm.
Some people actually extend way past expiration dates, and they're just like, no, it might say that it was expired, like, weeks ago, but, like, it's actually still good. Shocking. You know?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, expiration dates are usually, like, they do genuinely give you, like, extra time.
They
know?
do? So people are right, and I'm the crazy one.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a difference between expirations and best before dates. I know, but also, like, my brain doesn't. Like, you know? Like, I'm convinced every single time I see, like, a best before date that's, like, also, like, that's a no-go zone.
I wish Best Buy dates didn't exist because they're so pointless.
Well, I mean...
Like, I don't care when it's, like, at its best quality. I just care whether it's edible.
Really? I don't like it when food like tastes stale, even if it's still technically edible.
I'm not picky in that way.
What?
I'm picky, just not in that way.
But you don't like stale food. You don't like stale food.
I don't really care if I eat stale food, though.
I take all my dates to Best Buy. Do Best Buy still exist? Or am I thinking of Blockbuster? I think I'm thinking of Blockbuster. I think they're both blue and yellow, and in my brain they're like the same place. Or maybe I don't know what a Best Buy is. I'm looking it up. Blockbuster's been dead for a long time. Hold on. Best Buy is yellow, not blue. But I was oh no, it is blue and yellow. Okay, I was getting them like crisscrossed in my brain. Yeah! Crazy. Crazy how the brain does that. Or maybe that's just my brain doing that. If I remember correctly, the last remaining Blockbuster just closed last year.
Well,
That's
sad.
that's also not surprising at all, because Blockbuster was like specifically like buying movies like DVDs and stuff like that, and most people do not watch or buy DVDs anymore. Some people do, but not enough to keep Blockbuster going, right? Oh, Blockbuster was renting. I was wrong. See, I've never actually been to a Blockbuster or used a Blockbuster. So, you know. There are still some mom and pop rental stores here and there. Yeah, but also, like, I know, like, a lot of, like, libraries let you, like, rent movies and stuff like that. So, that's also probably why there's not a lot of, like, places to rent movies, like physical movies. Out in the country, where there's either no internet or slow internet, they serve a purpose. Oh, that's true. You can actually watch movies online with a library account in, Hillsborough County now. That's actually pretty cute. I don't think our library does that. But we can, you know, check out like a disc of like a movie or something like that at the library. Libraries are actually really cool. I don't think enough people give libraries, you know, credit where credit's due. You know? A lot of libraries also have like gaming areas now. You know? Right?
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
They also tend to have maker spaces. Some have recording studios, like for podcasts and stuff like that. You know? It's pretty cute. When I was a kid, I rented games from the library near my house all the time. In 2011, when I had no cable, I got the entire Doctor Who series 1 DVD from my library. Oh, wow. I haven't watched Doctor Who in a long time. The last time I think I watched... Okay. Last time I watched Doctor Who was like... one of them. One of the Doctor Who's. Going to the rental store was a treat, so that's where I rented most of my games from for free. Nice! Libraries are great. Granted, a lot of them were very scratched up. Yeah, well that's like bound to happen when renting like a disc or something. Unfortunate. par for the course. My favorite assistant from Doctor Who was either Amy Pond, who I think was like, I think technically Rose was the first like assistant that I like watched, but Amy was like the first one I like really liked because she was a redhead. But I really like Clara. I don't know, she was fun.
Dude, I don't even remember any of the Doctor Who characters' names. The last thing I remember about Doctor Who is like there was like a lizard lady who was a lesbian.
Wait, I did not know that. Amy Pond is Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy? I did not know that. How did I... Whoa. That is a very different role. I mean, I guess they both kind of take, like, they're a bit of sci-fi. But, like... Whoa. You didn't know that? I'm sure we told you. Maybe you did, but, like, I don't know. It's so unbelievable. Whoa. That's crazy. I'll be right back. They don't act even remotely so.
I'll fix that as well. That's stupid.
Goodness gracious. so far. I'm so excited. Is there anything that you, like, haven't really drawn much of that you wish you drew more of? Like, it used to be backgrounds, and now you're drawing a lot more backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
What would you, like, is there anything else like that? You are locked in so hard.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Things I wish that I drew more of.
I kind of have something. Maybe. You don't really draw a lot of animals. Not like, not necessarily like anthropomorph, but like straight up animals. You know?
Yeah, I don't really, huh?
Though, I guess you were drawing like horses not too long ago.
Yeah.
Not on stream. They were just
I
doing
was
it
just
for fun.
practicing.
That's when I used to draw a lot of horses.
Yeah, because of the My Little Pony phase.
Yes. I would draw My Little Pony at OCs all the time. Or actually, I think most of the time I just drew Princess Luna. Because Princess Luna was cool, and still is. Who doesn't like a goth My Little Pony? Though I guess there's more goth ponies. But Princess Luna's a princess, okay?
What is this?
Even then, I don't really think that I could draw, like, actual horses. You know? I was never really great at drawing animals. Well, no. I could draw birds. For some reason. Like, realistic birds. I did quite a bit of. That's because there was a taxidermy museum that, like, had a lot of birds. So, that, fun fact, if you want to get better at drawing, like, realistic animals, that's, like, really hard to do because animals always move, right? And pictures aren't the best way, like, well, I mean, you can learn from, like, you know, drawing pictures of animals, but, like, you know, it's best to, like, see the real deal. Taxidermy museums.
Crazy.
I mean, not really crazy. I mean, it makes sense. It's like,
oh no, yeah, you're right. It does
it's like
make
a
sense.
3D model that you can look at in real life. It's true to form. I picked in art. This is what happens when I make my own assets. Okay, hold on. Let me look in the art channel. Da, 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 da. Aww. You make the robot? What? Wait. Did you make the robot? I love the little robot. Very cute.
Oh my god, what the hell is that? No!
Rose Garden Tavern. Very cute. This is a PNG of Clank, but he is on my head in my shirt. Little robot buddy. You're already getting lost in the sauce of layers.
Yeah.
Oh no. What is?
Just this.
Layers?
I want this to be...
The tavern is my horrible mix of line tool, flat colors, and 2 realistic textures. I mean, it works. I understand what it is, and that's the main point. I like hold something in my like hand. My thumb is like, ah, you know? What are you doing?
Basically, this is outside of the bounds of like what I have in the hair layer, so like just kind of there.
Okay.
So that it like, you know.
Next to something. Very nice. Oh, it reflected. Or that's the ear.
Yeah. Second.
Bald. Bald.
She's bald. She's bald, and she's torturing people who have hair. What the hell? What the hell is that? Why is that happening? What?
Forgot
Ah,
your
I
rulers
keep
off.
forgetting my rulers.
So, little fun tip for people that are doing or want to do live 2D models. Use the ruler, always. It will like half the amount of time that it takes, and it'll look more consistent.
No reason not to. Okay, literally what layer is that mark on?
I don't know.
What?
Oh, that layer,
it was on
apparently.
that one. Okay, that could have been worse. I feel like, you know, once I get the ears in and I color that one red, I
Good
feel like there'll
progress.
be that'll be a good idea of what it'll look like when it's done. And
'cause
also a
most
good
of
guide
it's
for
the
me
fur.
for how I want to like,
Do the rest of the fur and stuff.
yeah. This is gonna be, I'm gonna separate like, I want to separate like this pouch with like between like the front and the sides and the inside,
Yes.
and then I'll have the
We're gonna have liquid in the
flap.
bottles.
Yeah, I'm gonna have liquid in the bottle.
Oh, I get to do liquid physics!
And
Yay!
for this thing, I want to draw each of the faces of the triangle pyramid thing,
Mhm.
so that you can just like
Make
turn it
spin.
around and
Yeah,
spin
yeah,
it however
yeah,
you want.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
How fun. I think it looks cool so far.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Are you gonna do the ears or
Yeah, I'm gonna do the ears. I just need to. I just want to take a
you
moment.
need a moment? To, okay. Do you
Take
need
a
water?
moment to stare. Yeah. Well, this was my water. Did you take it?
I don't know. I'm gonna get you new water just in case I did drink out of it. I don't think but you want a snack?
Sure.
What do you want?
Cheez-Its. There's a mouse stream. Right. Okay. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see here.
Water. Neck.
Thank you. Posted in the Discord. I don't know if y'all saw it yet. For those playing the home game, it looks amazing so far.
Yeah.
I did not see it yet. Hold on. I was just staring at the reference image. Okay.
Point more upwards.
Point more upwards. Well, I kind of did that without you telling me to. Yeah, I kind of sort of did that.
And you did get the tail shape wrong.
Huh?
See? Wider near the middle, thinner near the beginning.
Okay.
So it's more rounded. I told you.
Okay. Well, luckily that was never really gonna be the main, the shape I went for anyway, so. It'll be easier to do it when I actually...
By the ear tufts, you mean the inner part,
yeah,
like
the inner
okay,
ear
okay.
tufts. It
Yes,
says
yes,
inner
yes.
ear tufts.
I just can't read, okay?
Let's see. Anyway, I'll make sure to make the tail, like, the right shape. Gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Aiden. Oopsies. My
Gonna have to
goodness.
change the line art for the inner ear tuft.
Hmm?
The inner ear tuft.
What do you mean? No, I did change it from the sketch.
It doesn't look more upwards to me.
Yes, it does.
Is it? I don't know. Oh, I guess it is. It's more like...
It's more like circular, but you know, it's very much not pointing down anymore.
I wouldn't say it's pointing up, though.
What do you think?
Is the way the inner ear tuft look now good, or... do you
I
want it to
did
be
end up
pointing-
changing it just because I also kind of agreed.
Or should it be pointing more up? More up. See? I told you.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I see the vibe. It's probably like what it looks like in the sketch, but flipped, essentially. They're focused on the shading and what they're planning on doing.
Yeah, I'll fix the ear tufts when I get there, I think.
You just don't do fur that often.
Yeah, I'm kind of think-thunking, you know?
Think thunkin'. I think you're doing too much shading.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that there's not that much shading that is needed. also think you're trying to connect shading where it doesn't need to be connected. I think the front of the ear is gonna like not really be that much shade. It's the back of the ear that needs more of the shading.
I guess
So maybe start in the back ear first.
that's probably a good idea. There's gonna be some.
No, there will be some, but start with the back ear first.
Maybe like that, maybe. Okay, you're right. Separate. Okay.
The ears are different colors.
Well, no, I mean, I'm gonna start separating into groups so that I don't have to do all this crap. Gonna be a lot of layers here going on.
I've been playing with Play-Doh during this stream. Play-Doh has a really weird residue that I feel like it leaves. It's like it makes your skin feel matte. I can't really think of any other description other than that. You know? It's a unique feeling. I don't really like it, personally, but I like squeezing things. So it leaves me at a little bit of a loss. You know? See what you're doing. That's going past the line art, isn't it? Or the inner ear versus outer ear. Put the line art back.
What line art?
The line art there. Oh, oh! I see now. Okay, ignore me.
Not sure what you were talking about.
Whatever. Never mind. I should have known better. I know how VTuber models are layered. I don't know how you keep track of all the different layers. It's really impressive.
It's because I make them. I bring them into existence and I can take them out of it.
Whoa. I think it's too round. See? You're so zoomed out, I can't see.
Sorry.
Maybe. I don't know. You'll probably mess with the shading a bit. Lots of thinking going on in your brain.
I don't really want to shade the rest of the tufts. I think I'll just let them be.
Hello, how you doing? I'm just there. Hope you're doing well.
Did that work, by the way? I'm always worried that it's gonna.
We're blocking the screen so we can't actually see if it works. Gouda.
Okay, good.
Good to hear. Sometimes I get like, I think it's like hypnotized by the way that you draw, you know?
Oh yeah, I am hypnotic in the way that I operate.
It's a weird way to phrase that.
I don't know.
I think I'm you, Hal. Oh, you are me. You look like me. I am someone that can be... Mal is also someone you can be in chat, and so is Cardboard Hal. And our dog Boomer. But you are me, yes. I think there's too many Hals going on. Cardboard Hal, me, you. I mean... It's not a problem, per se. And I am you. No, that's JSF beat.
What?
You know what it is. You made the code.
Yeah, his name is Beat.
Ah, I was right. Jet Set Radio. There we go. Then you got Mal. Well, Mal's not me. Mal's just one person. I'm apparently 3. How do you deal with it?
Hmm?
A lot of Hals.
I just zone out.
Oh, you know what? I believe it too. There's so often that Mal just ignores me. It's really funny. Whenever I'm at school, I'll like call Mal and like just like talk their ear off, and all I hear back is, yeah, okay. And I like can like bet that like you don't know what half of the conversations I have with you are. Oh, look at oh god. Don't nod so oh my gosh.
I just like I don't know, like I swear to myself I'm paying attention, and then I realize I'm not, and then it's
No.
like really sad.
You really don't pay attention to me. It's quite rude actually. Oh, thank you for contributing. Oh, hey, wait, you made a brand new GB icon challenge.
I did. I kind of kept forgetting to reactivate it, so that's kind of my bad.
Yeah, Mal. Next time, Don't Starve Together characters are not allowed because they were the ones that got last. They were the ones that got added last. But we will do a poll in our Discord server. And it won't include Don't Starve, but it'll include a lot of others. Probably Steven Universe, Owl House, Vocaloid? And I don't know. I'll remember when I go to make the thing. The wrong layer.
No, it's not.
Oh, what? My eyes are playing tricks on me. What is this?
I'm
Looks
not
like-
sure what the
I
heck
don't know.
you're
I
on.
don't know. I'm seeing things that don't exist. It looks like you were drawing on top of the ear. You were not. My brain is just, I don't know. But we're working on a VTuber model right now. So excited. You probably don't need to draw the tuft on the chest. Because it's covered, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna do the one that's like over top of the
Yeah,
outfit,
no,
though.
that one, but like not the one in pink.
Yeah, I wasn't going to.
Okay.
Yeah, here, like, it's
Yeah,
just the same
you
color
can
as
do
this.
different layer modes now. They made an update now. You can do like color dodge and stuff like that. Which is crazy. I feel like I missed out on a lot of like Live 2D updates. It used to be you're only allowed to do an add layer, and how often do people ask you to make VTuber models? Well, okay, so this isn't a commission. This is a, we did a VTuber model giveaway during a charity stream we did in March. We do get people asking whenever we will open commissions, because we never have. Maybe someday. I don't know. I wouldn't say we get it very often, but there are definitely people that really want us to open up model commissions. I don't know. It's really hard to... I don't want to commit to opening up model commissions while we're both in school.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think that we'd be able to deliver them timely at all, you know? But maybe someday. See?
It looks fine just like that. I do want to add that soft lighting that I have here, though.
Hello, welcome back, Sao? I probably wasn't here when you...
Sal.
Sal?
That's what I've called them.
Oh. We're calling you different things. So sorry. If you have a preference, let us know.
I'm pretty sure I asked before.
Oh,
and they
so
said,
it's
nah, just say whatever.
Okay. Well, in case you do have a preference. You don't have a preference. Okay. But how are you? I hope you are doing well. We're working on a VTuber model right now. I have a suggestion. This tuft, I would make a duplicate layer that is like solid that goes on this ear so that it will like shadow onto this ear, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? This tuft should be casting a shadow on this ear. No? Hello, Wendy, how you doing? I'm losing connection right now, so I might have to go, and FYI, I'm on the bus. Ah, yes. Bus Wi-Fi isn't very good. Well, if we lose you, then see you later, and if not, well, welcome to stay. You're exhausted. Oh no. Why? Oh, so it looks like there's lighting. Yeah. Why don't you want to make a cast on the other ear? It would be like the neck shading. You know what I mean? Now?
Hold on.
Okay. But I filled out the Discord server thing. Yes, thank you. If you type what Wendy is talking about is if you do exclamation point form. Mal? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, if you do exclamation point form, there's a little survey thingy that would be really helpful if you guys could fill out. Yep, that's it. Because both of us are going to go back to school in the fall. It would really help us to know what people would really like to see for streams, for what we should prioritize. is not a guarantee because we don't really know what our school year is going to look like. But it will be very helpful for us. So if you're interested in helping us make the streams and our Discord a bit better, you know, y'all will know which one is mine. Well, they're anonymous unless you typed something very obvious, which I'm guessing that implies that you did. I haven't looked at any of them yet. I probably won't look at any of them until, like, after I come back from a vacation. So, you know, I very much did. Every single write-in said, "This is windy, by the way." Well, at least I think I did. Alright, alright. Maybe it will be obvious. I don't know.
So, I need to do...
I'm going on a little hiking vacation next week. So I won't be here next week. But Mal will, because Mal doesn't want to go on a hiking vacation.
I did not.
This is MH Mal. Mal doesn't really like walking. I love walking. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't walk. Maybe go touch grass sometimes.
No.
No. No. It's okay. I love grass. I think I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think I'm kind of like a flower sometimes. Like I need the sunshine from time to time, and like air and oxygen. Well, I guess flowers don't need oxygen. They need carbon dioxide. The exact opposite. Okay, it's not the opposite, but like, you know, what would be the opposite of oxygen?
Don't know.
No oxygen. Plants do need oxygen. They do? I thought plants make oxygen. Or I guess carbon dioxide has oxygen molecules in it, right?
Mhm.
Oxygen is just the byproduct. Well, whatever the case, I like being outside. The only thing I don't like about the outdoors is bugs. I also don't like getting sunburnt, you know? I like the sun, but yeah. No, they do need oxygen when there's no sunlight. Ah? I don't think I knew this. You could be lying to me. You also could be telling the truth. I don't know. They also crave Brondo. Hold on, I'm looking this up. This is probably a reference that I'm not understanding. I will figure it out, don't you worry. Idiocracy. I thought I've seen that movie. Or maybe I was going to see that movie. I think I was going to watch it and I never did. Dang it. Another reference missed by me. Plants can't photosynthesis when there's no sunlight and will require oxygen to function/live. Huh. All plants? I thought they would just die without the sun. Come on, Hal. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, all plants. Interesting. I did take a botany class once. And to be honest, I feel like I didn't learn that much about how plants work. I just learned a lot about, like, identification of plants, you know? Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head? You took the exact same class.
I did. I'm just making fun of you.
Wow. It's basic biology. Really? I don't think I learned that. You know this, Hal. I do? I mean, I know about photosynthesis. I don't think I ever learned that they would need, like, if there's no light, that they need oxygen. You learned this in high school. I mean, do you know this?
I think so, actually.
See? Maybe our high school just didn't teach it. That wouldn't shock me. My high school wasn't the best. My high school had a lot of issues. I did learn about photosynthesis. Or middle school. When did I learn about photosynthesis? I'm tempted to say that's a middle school
That's
thing.
an elementary school thing.
This is not. Oh, maybe it is. It's 5th grade, right?
Yes.
That is 5th grade. But I feel like it gets touched on again in, like, high school biology because you learn about, like, plant cells and animal cells. Right? The membrane, and of course, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. As we all know. All the things we learn. The only important thing out of biology class. The other thing I learned in biology is how to dissect a frog. I don't know, some schools, this is what I found out, because we did frog dissection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some schools did sheep brain dissection. Some schools dissected cats. Yeah. I can't believe it. That, I don't think I'd have the heart to do it. I think I would just fail. I know they're already dead, but like, I don't know. It freaks me out. The frog was already tough, you know? Frogs also smelled really gross.
You're gonna do...
You want to change the shape? Yeah. No, it goes deep into plants, and plant cells in middle and high school. I mean, I did learn about plant cells. I guess I just don't remember the oxygen part. I don't know if I ever learned it. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I can search it up. Let's see.
What do we think of this shape? If you're still here, third or die now.
Photosynthesis without sunlight. Oh, wait. Remember, carbon dioxide,
Okay.
water, and electricity. This says electricity is needed without a sun. Artificial
Oh,
photosynthesis
I didn't
is
save the color I used.
carbon dioxide, water, and electricity. It says nothing about oxygen. This thing just says that it does not happen. That's artificial photosynthesis. What? AKA artificial sunlight. Oh, well, okay. It just says that photosynthesis cannot occur without light. I don't know. Yes. So you lied. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a plant.
Because, well, okay, plants need carbon dioxide to photosynthesize.
So plants can't make oxygen without sunlight.
Yes.
Yeah, well, they don't. They make oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis. It's not because they need oxygen. They need carbon dioxide, and when they convert it into energy, it makes oxygen. So they don't need oxygen without photosynthesis. Do plants need oxygen to live? Okay. Plants Need oxygen to live. Why is it only videos that come up? Yes! Oh, they do? They're known for producing oxygen. They also require it for respiration. Convert sugar, not energy. This oxygen is used by plant cells. What? Oh, wait. No, I think I actually did know this. But it's not like they need it in the air, they need it in their soil, I think. Right? I think I actually knew this because of, Don't Starve.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, now you know it too. You're like, actually, wait. Hal. Listen, Mal also didn't remember. Why am I the only one getting, like, flack?
Because you're the older one.
The curse of being older. I'm meant to hold all the knowledge. What if I can't hold all the knowledge? What if I'm not able?
You better be able.
Because you're the one in college. Hey, Mal's also in college. We were going to college at the same time. I'm older, but Mal's smarter.
You realize this doesn't help your case, right?
No, it doesn't. But it means that you'll get blamed too. For not knowing things. Also, yeah, y'all did take a botany class. Yeah, I should have known. I was thinking very literally, though. I was thinking, like, plants grow a nose and just sort of breathe it in. What do you mean you don't know basic plant knowledge? Hey, listen, I took that class for the grade and that's it, okay? I'm not a botanist. I don't plan on being a botanist. And I'm not planning on being a science teacher either. You tisk all you want. It's not necessary knowledge for me. All I need is a pencil and knowledge of how to use it. Ugh, I'm disappointed. So sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Because you're the one who gets to know all the plant knowledge. That's your role now. Plants knowledge extraordinaire. That way I don't have to know these things. This looks cool. I don't know. You've been out of education for 3 years now? Really? I mean, I didn't go to my last 2 years of high school. But that's because there was a pandemic going on at the time. By the time I went to college, I hadn't gone to school for like 3 years. Not in person anyways. And then I really, really wanted to go back to school. That's part of why I recommend that if possible, if, you know, able to, I think people should take gap years before going to college. So that they can, like, figure out what they want before spending, like, thousands and thousands of dollars. You know? Because if you want to go to school, then you'll actually try hard and you'll take full advantage of school. But if you're, like, going to, like, college right after high school, I was burnt out after high school. I was not gonna do well in college. I could tell you that. Right? Taking a gap year was the best decision I ever made. You know? I think you probably need more shading on the bottom since the light looks like it's coming from the top. All this thinking makes me dead. Yeah, you already said you were tired. You're just throwing on shapes and trying for the best to make shading. You've been up since 2 a.m. Why? Who knows? Honestly, I can't even, like, be like, well, how do you not know? Because, yeah, I do the same thing. Once I'm up, you know? I can't go back to sleep. If I wake up at, like, 2 in the morning, that's when I wake up, and I can't go back to bed. Though recently, I've been able to kind of get back to bed from time to time. But it's not been good. It's 11 p.m. now, oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe you should get some rest. But yeah, I've definitely... Once I'm up, I'm up. I get it. I also don't, like... I'll often lie there and just be unable to sleep for no reason. But I think it has been getting better. I don't know why, but I feel like it has been. It might just be an age thing. It's a lot.
Shave.
No, I know. I get it. Okay, time to pull an all-nighter. What? Why? You're not allowed to pull an all-nighter. Well, okay. All-nighters for no reason aren't fun. You should tell the Italian story I told you earlier. I can send you the post. Send me the post, because I remember it, but I'm gonna get it wrong. Actually, no, I'll just do my abridged version. So, on the car ride back, Dad was telling me this story that he heard about, like, this girl, her mom and her husband, right? So the girl, she's living with her mom and her husband. They're all living in the same house together, right? The girl and the mom, they're like Italian, super Italian. I don't want to pick up my phone. I'm telling this story. I remember it. But they're super Italian, right? They cook. And the husband, he's very much not. He's terrible at cooking. You know, it's not great, right? And the mom and the wife, they make fun of him a lot for it, right? And then I think there was, like, a set of circumstances, I think, with, like, loss and just, like, life stuff. And the husband was like, I want to do mushrooms. But he wanted to do it a specific way where he locked himself in a closet when he did them. Completely, like, sensory deprivation, like, lights off, everything, right? So he did that, and was basically, like, knocked out the entire time. The next day, he, like, goes over to his wife, and he's like, okay, that experience taught me something about myself, and I realized in a previous life, I was an Italian chef. Like a 5-star restaurant Italian chef. And I'm going to prove it to you. And so he's like, I'm going to make dinner. And the wife and like the mom are like, oh god, this is gonna be good, right? So he's like making like handmade pasta and like this handmade sauce and like, you know, put in the work, and apparently it was really good. The best pasta that the mom had ever had. She doesn't use it lightly. So I think he was telling the truth. I think he was an Italian chef in a previous life. There's no other explanation. Unless, like, he just looked at a bunch of, like, videos in that closet. Like, he had his phone and he was just like, you know what I really want to do? I want to learn how to make the best pasta and the best sauce. Or it was a long con prank. And he always knew how to make good pasta and good sauce. You know? He just pretended to not know.
Weaponized incompetence.
But for the sake of a prank, it's different. You know?
Is that a prank?
A prank, bro. I don't know. I've never really been the type to pull pranks, you know? I don't really think I've ever pulled a prank. I don't even know how I would pull a prank. I think the closest thing to like a prank that I pulled was like one time when I was younger, I like pretended to sleep. And I like pretended to sleep good, right? Because sometimes when kids, they like pretend to sleep, you know, they like put like half their heart into it, right? They'll do like the whole thing of like, oh, I heard, well, okay, we're going to test if the kid's really sleeping, put their arm up in the air. If it stays up in the air, that means they're really sleeping, you know? I wouldn't fall for that. That's like a thing that parents will do sometimes to like prove to their kid that they're not sleeping. So,
wait, that's, how does, when people are asleep, they would keep their arm in the air?
No, that's the, no. It's a thing where the parent will say that out loud to their kid who's pretending to sleep. They'll be like, oh, if Bailey's really asleep, her arm will stay up, right? Ready? Oh, her arm stayed up, she's really asleep. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, I was locked into this fake sleeping, you know? There was a couple times where I thought I was gonna actually sleep, but no, I needed to be fake asleep.
Why were you fake sleeping?
Because I wanted to be carried up by Dad, but I wanted to, like, remember being carried up to my room by Dad, you know?
That is so wholesome.
Well, see, that's how it would have been. Because my mind changed when, you know, Dad turned off the TV and he didn't immediately bring me to my bed. Instead, he just started, like, walking around the house, right? Turning off lights and all that. And I was like, okay, I see how it is. So, after fully establishing that I was, like, asleep, right? And waiting probably hours to be taken to my bed because I didn't feel like walking, I was now salty and I was like, okay, I know what I must do now. So instead, I hung out right by the stairs, silent as a mouse, waiting for my moment. I was going to scare my dad. Did I think I could? No, I didn't think my dad was scared of anything, but I was going to try. Eventually, you know, I hear him making his way down the stairs. And I think he was actually trying to walk down the stairs relatively quietly. You know, like he was tiptoeing because he knew I was downstairs sleeping. So he goes down, turns a corner. I jump out and like, rah! He screamed. Oh, I've never been more like proud in my life. I was so shocked by the fact that I actually scared him. It kind of scared me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He was so, I think, embarrassed, maybe upset, or just shocked. He just said, just go to your room. And I did. I was not carried to my room. I don't know if he would have. I think he would have just left me there. What? What? Why aren't you just
Don't want to merge it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do.
I have a slight suggestion, potentially. I think if you basically, because these are like shadows being cast, you like traced the shape of like, you know, the ear tuft.
These are not shadows.
They're not?
cast. These are just like shaping.
Oh. Okay. Then never mind.
I traced it. It would just look really boring. Yeah.
No, oh, I was gonna say trace it and then add extra shading from there. Do things your way. Red ear.
I know. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm not done.
You're not? I have a question.
Yes.
If you took the eyes away, there's a mask behind the eyes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Duh. I think for the blinking and for the mouth, I'll probably just use like anti-clipping masks and just cut away from the shape instead of like warping the shape of the eyes. Maybe. I don't know. I'll mess around with it because I might end up being like, no, that doesn't look good. We'll see. Maybe not for the eyes, but definitely for the mouth. For the mouth, I think I'm gonna use anti-clipping masks.
That'd be confusing.
Would it?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Because I think that the teeth would just be like, you know, you'd basically just have like these teeth shaped that are like anti-clipping masks. That are invisible. Do you know what an anti-clipping mask is?
Like you take away the light instead
Yes.
of...
But it can be invisible, so it can be like hot pink.
Yeah. I'm confused about what you're saying to do.
When the mouth opens, there's gonna be all this yellow
Yes.
light, right? So I don't think I'm going to warp this line. Because it's too shapy. I'm not going to be able to get anything out of it. And these are fangs, so I would just have an anti-clipping mask shaped like fangs, and they'll like retract versus come forward depending on like, you know? You don't really need to know.
I don't get it.
It doesn't really matter, because you're not going to be the one rigging it.
That is true.
So do you have like a big yellow...
No, this is a placeholder.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Hi,
Hi,
Green. How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Oops, what am I doing?
We're working on a VTuber model. Good, just trying to get through tomorrow so I can start my vacation. Nice. Where you going? If you want to say. I'm also going on vacation, but that's next week. Boston meeting up with AI and Shin. Ooh, fun. Say hello to, for me.
Let me do you.
Will do. We're going to Salem on Saturday, and I'm so excited. Sounds like fun. I hope it is fun. Can't see how it wouldn't be. Well, okay, don't want to jinx you, but I get notoriously sick on vacations, so, you know, it wouldn't be fun if people got sick. But knock on wood that everyone is healthy, you know? I think that's part of why I don't do vacations that often. I hope I don't get sick on my vacation, because it would be very inconvenient. I'm going hiking. So, I don't know. It's not very convenient to be sick on a mountain. I'm doing Celeste in real life.
That's true.
I'm not mountain climbing though. I'm hiking. It's a little different.
Yeah, same thing.
It's very much not the same thing. What is that tool right there?
That's my lasso tool.
Why does it look like that?
Because this is the fill lasso and this is the normal lasso.
Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm very careful with food on the trip. Kind of missed my gallbladder when it worked like it was supposed to. Yeah. I do not miss my gallbladder. I think I had different issues from you. I have, because I haven't gone away. It's just
Oh my god.
getting rid of my gallbladder made it a lot better. I have gastroparesis. Basically, my stomach just sometimes decides, you know what? No, I don't want to work. I don't want to digest food. In fact, I don't want to do anything. It's evil sometimes. And then other times it's just fine and decides to work. I don't miss that pain though, yeah. Ugh, stomach pains are no joke. Oh, thank you for the hydrate chimera. Oh yeah, I had a gallbladder full of stones. Yeah, that's no good. Drink your water.
Oh yeah.
And a posture check. My posture was not very good, but it's better than it normally would be because I have a real chair. I love my chair. I'm so happy I have a real chair and not a yoga ball. It's the bestest. I just sort of bounce around. Yay to real chairs! I know. I got the exact same chair that Mal has because it's a good chair. What is this chair?
It's, I don't know.
Helpful. Whatever it is, it's bouncy, it spins around, and you can take, you can like flip the armrests up in case you aren't feeling armrests that day. Cause sometimes I want armrests and sometimes I don't, you know? It's perfect. I feel like I'm pretty picky about my chairs, you know?
I don't think I'm picky.
Well, you should be. Because once you got a normal chair, like a real chair, it's been much better, right?
Yeah.
Chairs are
It's
important.
true.
If you're like at a sitting job, you must invest in a good chair.
Let's go.
I think this is actually the first time I had a real chair, like ever. I shelled out the money for a secret lab. It's been great, but way too expensive. I'm guessing that's the type of chair. I'm gonna look up what this chair looks like. See if it's worth it. Secret. Ooh, secret. Ooh. Ah, it's like the gaming chairs. Not the gaming chairs, but pretty close. Yeah, actually, I think I've like sat in one of those chairs before. They're alright. I got the Titan XL, just so I can sit cross-legged. Ah, see? I do that all the time. I'm kind of the same way. I need to have a chair that I can, like, you know, sprawl out in a little bit. My chair should basically be like a bed. Like, you wanna know something that I've kind of wanted to, like, get, like, splurge on, you know?
What?
One of those, like, chairs that, like, hang from the ceiling and it's sort of like a cocoon, you know? I don't know what they're called. But I feel like it'd be so nice, you know? Mayhaps. Oh, they sell those at Ren Fair? I need to go to the Ren Fair again. I haven't gone in a long time. I was going to go, like, last year. But then I got, like, I don't know if I was sick. I think it rained. Like, it rained so bad and the power went out at the Ren Fair that they canceled it. And they let us, you know, choose to basically go a different day with our tickets. And I don't think I actually ended up choosing a different day. I think that it just didn't work out. You know? I went, but it was the last weekend, which is always disappointing. Aww. The energy's always a bit lower. Though typically, the last weekend for Ren Fair, at least at the Ren Fair I go to, is usually Halloween. Or around that time. So it's like Halloween Day. I want to go early before the vendors give up and leave, yeah. In September for us. I think our Ren Fair goes from like the middle of September to the end of October. That can't be right. I think it's the end of September and all of October. When is our Ren Fair?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't know. Usually starts around my birthday in August. Oh wow. I feel like that's rare because that's pretty hot. You know? That's like summer. Peak summer. I mean, you don't want to go to the Ren Fair when it's cold, but typically, you know, it's like fall times. Theater years is actually still gray.
Yeah, but it doesn't look that good like that.
Michigan is weird. It's close to water, so it's a little cool in the area. I guess that makes sense. It's in the middle of some natural wetlands. Yeah. And I can imagine, like, if it's in the middle of, like, wetlands, that it probably gets, I mean, you don't want it to be, like, muddy when you're going to Red Fair. Like, you have, like, these cool shoes, you don't want it, like... So if it's, like, a bit drier, summer-ish weather... Because I imagine it's probably drier in August. But I wouldn't know. It's a really cool area. August/September. It's pretty hit and miss rain-wise. Weather over here is always unpredictable. It's just chaotic. It can snow in the middle of summer. Or it can be like super hot, like in the middle of December. It's weird. August is usually much drier though.
Can't do that, never mind.
Changing hues of what? We still had snow at the end of April. Oh my god. It was infuriating, I imagine. I say it all the time, but I hate the snow. I don't like snow, I don't like the cold. I hate it when it's like snowing way past the time where I say it's reasonable. Only thing about the Midwest I hate, I know. If we could just have snow in December / early January, I'd be happy. See, because those are the like, I'm always upset when it doesn't snow in December, because that's the time where, like, aesthetically, it's supposed to be snowing. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to have, like, a white Christmas and stuff like that, right? Otherwise, it just looks miserable and gray out, right? Need to get to work on terraforming. Ugh. Goodness, my stomach is like fighting battles right now. It hurts. That's another red shading. The purple.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. This and this are the same color. But, like, you ever see, like, those color theory videos where it's like, that looks gray, that looks purple. Crazy. Absolutely crazy how that works. You know, I complain a lot about the weather in like the Midwest and stuff like that because of its unpredictability. But like, I do like that we get all 4 seasons. You know? Because as much as I like hate the cold, I don't want to live somewhere where the cold doesn't exist. You know? Because then like the warm weather doesn't hit as like hard serotonin wise. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need the cold, so when summer comes around, I'm like, oh my god, it's summer! Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I do wish I lived somewhere where it was like... I feel like I don't really get spring and fall that much anymore, you know? It's either summer or winter. Right now, it's getting spring, though. It's just very short, typically. It's also kind of hitting summer because of how hot it gets. Yeah, spring is over so fast.
Yikes, I messed that up. Oh dear. I messed
What
that
did you
very
mess
badly.
up?
Ugh.
You want it to be that red? Usually your shading changes hue. Okay, I like.
Yeah. Okay.
You done for now?
I do think I'm done for today. I don't want to go too crazy. I think this gives a pretty decent idea of what it'll look like finished.
Very glowy. Alright, send a picture. If you can send a like close up, that would be better.
Here.
It's amazing so far. Excited to see how it progresses. I'm
Oh my
also
gosh.
excited to see how it
Oops.
progresses.
I meant to do.
Ugh. But that might be it for today. One more plug of the forum before we go.
Oh yeah.
Because we are both going back to school in the fall, we want to really like know what to prioritize when it comes to streaming. If we're able to continue streaming, which we would like to, but we'll see how it goes. This forum will kind of help us figure out what to prioritize. They're entirely anonymous. It also has a couple of things about our Discord for things to change about our Discord. Things like that. And yeah.
Hold on, I'm not ready.
You're not ready yet? Alright.
Okay.
Wah. You need someone to raid?
Oops.
I'm back.
Let's find someone together.
Let's find someone. Hold on.
Ooh, Raya's streaming.
I was going to say, do you want to raid someone new or someone that you already know?
I don't really care either way.
I don't have anyone new. So,
Let's raid Raya.
let's raid Raya. But yeah, so, we will be streaming again on Thursday. Probably continuing this model. right?
Yes.
And yeah.
Okay.
I don't really have much else to say. Do you?
No.
Okay, well, I hope that everyone has a splendid time, has a good rest of your week, and we will hopefully see you all on Thursday. Bye bye!